Thanks, guys. As you can see, I like silly slides, so it's going to be a few of those. I don't have a ton of slides, but the ones I do are kind of like that. So today I'm going to talk to you about Cloudinary's new Vue SDK. It was just released yesterday, and they gave me like a preview of it, so I got to play with it and made a little demo, and I'm going to show you what it gives you and how it works, and also just explain what is Cloudinary in case some of you guys don't know. So first of all, who am I? Just a couple of things about me real quick. I'm a native South Floridian. I'm the organizer of the Fort Lauderdale Vue.js meetup. And just a side note on that, here's our meetup page. And I just wanted to say, last year at the VueConf in New Orleans, there was a lightning talk that somebody did just about meetups that actually inspired me to start this meetup. And now we have 182 members, so it's pretty cool. So if you guys don't have a meetup in your town, I suggest that you start one if you want, and if you do have one, then go out to the meetups. So that's that. So what is Cloudinary? Basically, it's a cloud-based media hosting, serving, and transformation service. So basically, it's like Amazon S3 and Photoshop combined. You can serve your images there. Your users can upload images directly to there, and you can immediately request transformed versions of those images. So for example, you can have cropped images, or you can add effects to the images, watermarks, that kind of stuff. So since we don't have very good Wi-Fi, I took screenshots of their dashboard, so I just want to say thank God I'm doing this today instead of yesterday, because as a cloud-based service, it wouldn't have worked. So luckily I know. So this is what their dashboard looks like. This is my personal Cloudinary account, and this is their transformation tool in their website. You can see there's some stuff like width and height, crop size filters, and this thing is actually a drop down, and you can crop it in different ways or resize it in different ways. You can change the format, you can change the quality so you get smaller file sizes. You can add effects, and you could also chain all these transformations too, which is really cool. So like you can resize a bunch of things and then add a watermark later and do all kinds of neat stuff. And the way that it works, here I just show you a little example where I just do some cropping, and the mode of crop is fill. They give you, their API is like URL based. So they give you this URL that has the link to my image, and it has this little piece of the URL that specifies the kinds of transformations I want to do. So in this case, I want to crop, fill, gravity center on the crop, so that's pretty cool. Like automatically figures out the center of the picture. And I'm cropping the 400 high by 400 wide. And you'll notice all these little tabs. They have code snippets for all the different frameworks that are out there. And for example, here's the React framework library they have. So you have an image and a transform component inside of it, but you notice there's no Vue component in there. There's no Vue tab in there. So as of now, they have one. I'm hoping they add Vue code snippets to their interface pretty soon, but that's why we're here. So with that being said, I'm going to show you this little example that I made with their API. So I made this little photo gallery thing that has like a profile image thing on top. It's just taking the same image and adding some effects to it and cropping it a certain way. It's taking all of my full-size images. Oh, and keep in mind, these were like 1,000 pixels wide or 2,000 pixels wide to start with, and Cloudinary lets me crop these down to this. This is a 220 by 220. And you can click on one and it opens up like a little modal. Pretty simple example. And they also do videos in addition to images, so there's a little video. That's all my audio. It's cute, right? And that's my dog also. Might as well show you my dog. Toby, I love him. And so what they give you through their library are 5 tags. They give you this one, cloud image, cloud context, cloud transformation, cloud video, and cloud poster. And that's, as far as I know, all the components they give you, which is really powerful what you can do with these. So I'm going to show you the code that makes up this thing. Uh-oh. Got little. Okay. So I would go to their GitHub page, but the Wi-Fi is not working so great, so I can't do that. I guess I could have took a screenshot, but I didn't. But anyway, the way you set it up in your, oh, okay. So you would install it like any other package. It's Cloudinary Vue. I had their GitHub link here because at the time I made this demo, it wasn't released officially yet, so I couldn't install it from npm, but now it'll just look like this when you want to install it. Should have prepared that before I got up here. Yarn add Cloudinary Vue or npm install Cloudinary Vue, whichever one you want to use. And you set it up in your main.js like this. This is their configuration. So this is just my personal Cloudinary account's cloud name. You can have multiple clouds, I'm pretty sure. And there's a bunch of other configurations that you can do here, like you can import only specific components from them instead of all 5 of them. And there's a bunch of other stuff you can do that I don't know yet. But this is just a really simple, basic example. And then here is that page that I was showing you with the little photo gallery. First, oh, that's annoying, that little square. First thing I want to show you here is there's some effects on these images. And if I refresh the page, and through the magic of Chrome caching my images, I can do that even though I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi. You can see it kind of randomly mixes these up, and all it's doing is these are just the images with different filters or different effects applied to them. And what that looks like is this little section. Right now, I'm using the cloud context component, and then I have a couple of these cloud transformation components. And the first one is just applying a crop. So it's this size and this quality. And the second one, I am applying, where are they? These options. So like it's doing another crop and gravity face, which is pretty cool. Like Cloudinary automatically knows how to figure out where the face is in the photo. So this is applying these 2 transformations to everything that's inside this context. And then I just have a list that is looping through some filters, and these are effects that are available through Cloudinary. And it just applying on this cloud image tag a random effect. I have a computed property that just gets like those effects randomly, picks out one. And that's just that picture with me and my wife's face on it. So that's how that part works. I know I'm not really going into detail here because I only have 7 minutes, but there's a lot of other things you can do here, like they have lazy loading and responsive images and things like that. And then I'll explain this area, this little thumbnail area. I have, oh, is that big enough? I didn't even ask. Yeah? Hope so. Okay, so this is just looping through a bunch of photos that I have in my Cloudinary account. So that's all these. And it's applying some transformations. So in addition to doing transformations this way, you can just use the cloud image tag straight up. And this would be the ID of the photo, which are like one of these guys down here. And then it's doing some transformations. And then just have a little click handler on here. And with this cloud image tag, you have to use .native for it to work. So all it's doing is setting this thing, this modal photo thing to something. Then I have this little modal down here, which is another cloud image tag inside of a modal. And it has its own little transformation on it. So that's why this works. And the last thing was the video tag. So that's what that looks like. And here I'm hooking up to the demo cloud that Cloudinary provides instead of the other, my personal cloud, which I set up here. So you can even switch between different cloud accounts. And it's just doing some transformations on the video. And then it has some mouse over event handlers to play and stop the video when you hover on it. And then the last thing is the poster that shows before you start playing the video. So that's that little dog right there. That's it. So it's pretty simple to use. And you can live without it if you just want to use this. Oh, let me go back to the slide that had that. You can live without it if you just want to use this link. But the library really allows you to do a lot more and a lot easier and do things dynamically. So that's about it. So I would suggest you guys go try it out if you're doing anything with images. It really makes life a lot easier. And then I have this thank you slide with a funny image. So thanks, guys.